Hey, Nico.
Hey,
Just one thing. I think I had a realization that seemed kind of important today, meditating in the morning. It's like I realized that thought actually thought actually has no doesn't really have power to to take me out of this spaceless space, or unity, or however you want to call it. The only thing that gives it that power is believing that it has power to take me out of that. And I don't know, I just wanted to share it. It felt really
that's
good.
a big deal.
Yeah.
That's a big deal, yeah.
And the thing that,
That's Yeah, go ahead.
sorry, I interrupt.
No, go ahead.
No, that is like, yeah, that mind is not the enemy. It's this thing like, the heart pumps blood, the mind pumps thoughts. It's what it does. It just keeps continuously mapping thoughts over reality, but it really doesn't have the power of to take you out of reality in a sense.
100% correct. The power, I mean, this is a really big deal, what you're seeing. I think there's a bit of a before and after that realization.
Cool.
So you start to see freedom. Not sure if you notice what you're describing is a realization of freedom.
I'm not sure.
Well, if the mind doesn't have power over you, you're already free. And the power it has is given and granted by you, then it's your choice, and so you're free. And you're free to give up that power and be chained again, but it's your choice.
Yeah, I was minimizing it in my mind, like it was just a glimpse that I'll soon go back to believing that it has the power to take me out of.
Yeah, but the important thing is that it always is a glimpse. What matters is what you do with it. To to think something more is needed is just another trap. Not what's needed is, well, first of all, it helps to, in a sense, be encouraged or validated or confirmed that it's a what you're describing is real. But what matters is, even on your own, you could see what happens if you assume that it is a true and real glimpse. So what happens if you test that as a hypothesis? Because you're saying, okay, how to glimpse that the mind has no power unless I give it power by believing that it has power. Then live as if that was true and practice the choice of not giving it power, not choosing that. Then it's just a matter of just changing a habit. But you're no longer fighting something, because when you think that is the mind having power, you're fighting that power. So you're fighting a part of yourself that's decided something.
Yeah.
But now you just have the option, which you always had, but now you realize you have it, to choose something different. Which is just relating to reality in a new way. It's not even a relationship, but
Basically choosing not to believe that it has power.
yeah. And see how deep the rabbit hole of that goes. Whenever you notice, oh, again, I'm believing this, and you could probably more and more instantly notice that it's just a belief, and in an instant, the power that the mind has will instantly dissolve, because it's just the belief that gives it the power.
Yeah.
It's like believing in a ghost that's under the bed. It can be a really powerful thing, the experience of believing that, but the instant you look under the bed and there's no ghost, all of its power disappears, and then you can again start suspecting there's a ghost, and so you look again. But the instant you are convinced there's no ghost, the power disappears. The effect of the fear and the worry, and then it comes back. And so that's what I mean. Just keep. All you need is that glimpse, which says there is no ghost. Nothing more is needed, other than just living as if that was a possibility, and so you check under the bed, and you keep checking under the bed, and you keep checking under the bed. But the glimpse, the realization is just one, and you only need it once. Which is just what you described. It's just that one moment of seeing, and it's instantaneous. It's kind of outside of time. You see it's not real. There's something untrue in that sense that the mind has power. And so whenever you feel again, it's compelling you that it has a power, you go back to that knowing that it doesn't. And in a sense, you have to do a bit of a check or a test. You have to, in a sense, kind of reconfirm it. Which is what I'm describing kind of as a metaphor. Look under the bed. Is there really a ghost? And over time, you won't have to do that. You won't have to reconfirm. You won't have to test. You won't have to check. It just becomes really obvious.
Not necessarily because there are more glimpses, but because it's like a habit that
Yeah.
falls away.
Yeah, there's glimpses. There will be more glimpses that will be of a deeper layers. But what really matters is recognizing it and, in a sense, doing something with it. And in a way, glimpses are easier to have than doing something about them.
The doing something about them is what you're referring to, looking on the bed, like remembering, like integrating in a sense.
Yeah. Yeah, and kind of reconfirming, kind of retesting that realization of that truth. Whenever you feel again, you're in this sense of, oh, the mind has this power again, you can go back to, no, but I saw through this. So let's look again. Let's look more closely. And there might be a new looking needed because there's some deeper intensity that's happening that the mind is compelling because of that. But it'll be able to show you why you are giving it that power. Because you know now if it does have that power, it's because you have given it. And so you can see, okay, I'm giving it that power because it's helping me manage this or deal with this. It's helping me give me a sense of safety or a sense of whatever it is.
Yeah.
It's always this, there's an exchange, there's a transaction there. So giving up freedom, giving up, ultimately it's giving up freedom in order to get something in exchange. But to see that choice is still always a free choice. to give up freedom is a choice you can make and unmake at any time.
Hmm. Okay.
Yeah, it's great.
Thanks.
You're welcome.